Listen, y'all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw the episode. We all saw the episode of Bang Bros, Bang Bus, whatever you want to call it. There was a baddie on one side, two dudes on the other side. One of them happened to be Vitaly.
I'm supposed to read this shit. That for Fousey.
Alright, what's good with it, YouTube? I'm back with another video. We got a reaction today. We got FouseyTube. Now, FouseyTube just came out with a video, you know, basically talking about Vitaly. Now I know Vitaly as a YouTuber, growing up, you know, as a little kid. You know, I used to watch Vitaly, his pranks and all that stuff. He had some pretty good pranks, honestly. Well, supposedly FouseyTube and Vitaly are getting in it. I don't know what's going on. If anybody could ask me, you know, tell me in the comments, let me know what's going on with them two. I'm so confused. But I'm hearing this has to do with like a sexual assault or something. I'm hearing like something. Now we're gonna get right into this reaction video. I'm wondering what this is all about. The title says YouTuber Vitaly sexually assaulted women in Brazil. Let's get right into the video. Let me know what you guys think, of course. Give me the whole biography of them two. I don't know what's going on. Someone help me. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, guys. And let's get right into it.
First off, Vitaly, I knew by me coming out with a video like I did yesterday, you were gonna come out off the rails with just a bunch of different accusations. I was prepared for it, and I wasn't even surprised at how much stuff you started making up. Right off the bat, before I even get into the purpose of this video, you literally, out of your mouth, said, I got my steroid dealer's number from you.
You took steroids all your life. You gave me your dealer's number.
I called him.
Whoa. So, this guy right here, FouseyTube, he's on steroids? Or was he on steroids in the past? Somebody let me know in the comments. Honestly, right now, looking at him, he's definitely not on steroids. I can just tell by looking at him. Was he on steroids before? Or, I need to know. I'm confused. But let's get back into it.
Him because I don't like to just chat shit. I sat on the information I've had on you for years because I actually know that what I say has an impact and can affect somebody. So I called him just to make sure that I wasn't crazy, and this is what he said. So, remember Vitaly? Remember how, you know, I met you, like he introduced me to you, like I got your information from him? So he came out, right? And he was like, how are you gonna call me on steroids when I got my dealer's number from you, but I got your number from him?
Right, that's true.
And then you
Wait. Now I'm a little confused. How is this a credible source right here? This could be anybody. Now I'm not saying it's a lie or anything like that. I'm not even gonna get into that. But steroids? Why are you taking steroids?
said, so what? I fake pranks? I already admitted it.
So FouseyTube just tried to expose me. Okay, yeah, I fake pranks. Everybody knows that. I already admitted it.
But in the video where you called me out of nowhere, when me and you were friends and saw each other in the gym a week before, this is what you said.
You had guts to say that 99% pranks are fake? Yeah, because 1% real is me.
And
oh my God. Alright, somebody let me know, is Vitaly, is he Russian? Somebody give me his geography in the comments, please. I need to know. Other than that, he does fake pranks. He does fake pranks. Does he really? I didn't know that, honestly. You know, I haven't been watching him since I was a kid. GG, man. Fake pranks. Really? Fake pranks, man. Y'all see, everybody that's watching these pranks on YouTube, y'all gotta watch out. Y'all can't be tuning into this kind of stuff. Half the stuff y'all see on the internet is fake. I hate to burst your bubble, but it's fake. Now, y'all need to watch out for YouTubers like this, honestly. But let's get back into the video.
And And then you talk about me talking about wanting to shoot myself because of my depression.
You literally wanted to kill yourself because you were depressed.
I'm not even gonna get into that because I know your responses to everything that I'm gonna say in an eloquent manner are gonna put you down, and anything you say, you're gonna just put yourself down even deeper. So I'm just gonna talk about the points that I am here to talk about and keep that childish stuff out of it. And I love how in the first video that I posted about you, I said, I'm gonna call you out in a boxing match. But you were so filled with anger and raged up that the first thing you say on Twitter is, screw the boxing match, screw the padding. I'm gonna come meet you in person and I wanna fight you bare knuckles. Bruh, I'm a 28-year-old male who runs a successful business, who lives with his family. I'm not about that stuff. I've never been arrested. I know you've been arrested over 12 times here.
Okay. Now, as you can see, Vitaly has definitely been arrested. We seen him, you know, run on stadium, sports games, FIFA, whatever you want to call it. He's done it all, honestly. He's taken pranking to a whole new level, to where, you know, he can really get caught up into some jail time, some serious crimes, you know. Let me know what y'all think about that. What do y'all think as Vitaly as a YouTuber? Is he a successful YouTuber? Is he good? Are you guys a fan of him, etc.? Let me know.
In the States, I've never been arrested. I wouldn't just do that. I'm not a delinquent. I don't do the stuff that you do. We are not in the same realm of people, okay? I pride myself in who I am and the person that I am. And you wanted to bring up my addiction as if you can put me down with that. Well, let me tell you, Vitaly, I do have an addiction. But you know what I've also done? I've gone to rehab for it. I've learned about it. I've understood myself. I've apologized to people I've hurt in my past. And that is...
I know he just said he was addicted to something. What was he addicted to? Somebody please let me know in the comments real quick.
It's my business and nobody else's. I'm not doing this out of hate. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this out of anger. I'm doing this because you right now feel like I'm coming at you. You came at me for years, bro. You posted videos about me violating me, thinking that it would make you feel better about yourself because you've always been hurt. You talked about how my streamies win means nothing.
The winner is fouseytube. Yusuf Erica.
Bro, I won the 2 biggest award at the Streamies 2 years in a row. You know what you did at the Streamies?
What's up, guys?
Nobody expected to see me here. But what about my soft Vic, huh? Oh, you think I'm kidding? Oh, yeah. Batch, do you even host? Where are you? Garbage. Love you, bro.
Oh, somebody, yo, what is up with this clown, yo? Y'all see what he just did? Now, I'm not going to reiterate, but I know y'all saw what just happened. That's all I got to say, man.
I feel like Taylor Swift.
You ran the stage, you weren't even invited to the event, pulled your pants down, and embarrassed yourself, bro. You were begging to be a part of that. You were hurt that you weren't a part of that. And you know you joke around about your Bang Bus performance now? Bro, do you not remember that when I was friends with you at the time, you were getting exposed for your sex tape? When me and you were in your apartment, you looked at me, showed me a video that you had on your computer having sex with another girl, and asked me if you should upload it so all the people who were hating on you can see that you can actually get hard, bro.
Oh my God. If this man is not getting exposed, I don't know what getting exposed is, honestly. Now, if you are a male, listen, if you are a male and you have that logic of putting something out there to prove something, first of all, you fucked up the first time. Listen, I ain't even got to get on the Pornhub and show y'all. Listen, y'all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw the episode. We all saw the episode of Bang Bros, Bang Bus, whatever you want to call it. There was a baddie on one side, 2 dudes on the other side. One of them happened to be Vitaly. Now, Vitaly, the other dude you know, he could get it up. He was banging the shit out of the girl. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching. Now, I saw this about 5-6 years ago, whatever. He was banging the shit out of the girl. Now, they was trying to run a train on the girl, but they couldn't because Vitaly on the other side could not get it up. He could not get it up. Out of all the moments in the world, you have one job, and that is to get it up. You have one porn star on the side of you. The baddest, sexiest porn star. Just think about the sexiest porn star that you ever, you know, took it to the head off to on the computer with. Right next to you. She waiting for you to get it up, and you don't get it up. That's all I gotta say, bro. Let's get back into the video.
Steroids make you feel like you're strong and big inside, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a bitch on the inside. I'm able to say that as a man, not someone who's like, oh, come fight me in person. Nah, I'm telling you, at the end of this call out, I want to box you in the ring professionally. You're scared to because you know you'll fail the drug test, but I'm going to give you a way out of that on Sunday. I don't need to fight you on the streets. I don't need to be vile or anything. We don't even have to be on KSI's undercard. I'll set up my own event. Wherever you want, whenever you want, we can set up something, a professional boxing match.
Listen, they got a box after this. After this call out, honestly, this is 24 minutes. I'm only 5 minutes in. They got a box. So let's see if it happens.
You're going to try to get out of it because of your steroids, but again, we'll get to that on Sunday. Today I was going to talk about your fake pranks, but I think there's something much bigger that I need to just get out there and talk about. My trip with you to Brazil. Now, for those of you who don't know, I met Vitaly in 2014. I was small on YouTube at the time, and I met somebody who was big at YouTube at the time, and obviously it was a big moment for me, and we were actually good friends leading up to the trip to Brazil. We hung out, we shopped together, and I told everybody around me like, wow, he's actually a really nice guy. He's not like he is on YouTube. I was genuinely happy to be your friend and genuinely happy to be going to my first ever World Cup, especially going out of the country. Now, what you had to say about me in the trip countless times is this.
You sat in your room jerking off. I asked you why, because you said it's too dangerous.
But Vitaly, what you don't understand is I wasn't scared to be in Brazil. I wasn't nervous to be in Brazil.
Was he scared to be in Brazil with Vitaly? What's going on? Listen, there's so much I do not know about with this whole thing. Honestly, I do not know a lot of stuff that's going on here. Please, somebody give me a whole... Please, I need help. I don't want to say the wrong thing. You know, I don't want to choose a person's side. I'm not choosing nobody's side in this video, honestly. FouseyTube, Vitaly, y'all on your own. Y'all do y'all thing. Honestly, I don't know what y'all fighting about. Let's get back.
I was scared and nervous to be around somebody like you. Bro, you are uncontrollable.
So we here day 2 in Brazil with this guy. He's mad at me because last night I got out. You can tell my subscribers. You can tell my viewers. No, not the story. Just that what happened last night.
Vitaly got a little crazy, but he woke up today. He knew what he did, and he said, "I apologize," and it's all good.
There are countless stories from all of your friends that you knew who, by the way, when you were at your peak on YouTube, I was the friend who never asked to collab with you, never did a main channel video with you, and told you, Vitaly, be careful, because if you didn't have your views, none of these people would be friends with you. And look what happened. Throughout the years, people stopped with you. They stopped caring because they never gave a shit about you. They knew you were a very toxic person to be around, but they put up with you because being around you made their numbers go up. I was never trying to do that. I was genuinely trying to be your friend. And it's funny how after all that time, instead of calling out this person or that person, the first person you ever chose to call out of nowhere last year when you were on drugs was me. Your drugs were coming out of your teeth, bro. It was hard to watch my friend talk about me out of nowhere. Unwarranted.
Wow. Now we hearing a lot of information. I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together, honestly. Wow. I don't know what to say, man. Wow. Things can really change a person. Just that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyways, this is a very serious matter. And this matter is so serious to me, even after this, and me going to rehab and, you know, me going to my therapist and therapy, I made a video on FouseyTube called The Public Rape Experiment. At the end of that video, when the heroes went into the bathroom stall to save whoever it was getting assaulted, I had a mirror and on the wall I wrote, "This is what a rapist could look like." People butchered me for that because they said the people who barged in were heroes. What they were not understanding is I was saying a rapist can look like me, can look like you, can look like the doctor you go to, can look like anybody. They're not a scary person with a beard. They could be anybody. And you taught me that in Brazil. And it terrified me and shattered my life forever. So once and for all, Vitaly, here's what happened in Brazil.
Now, before we get into this, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. My sum in my head is Vitaly did something to a female that wasn't right. So we're going to get right into this. We're going to see what's going to happen.
Was so excited to go with you, packed our bags, paid a lot of money for these tickets. Me, myself, booked our apartment, you know, with my credit card. I say that because it matters later on in the story. So we arrived to Brazil for our first day. I'm not gonna lie, I had culture shock. I was nervous. I was out of the country. I was out of my comfort zone. It was gonna take me at least a day to acclimate to my surroundings. But you see, being around you, I didn't have time to acclimate. Because as soon as we got to Brazil and we started going out, you got blacked out, belligerent, drunk.
I'm sorry, fouseytube, but if you didn't know that Vitaly was that type of dude, now listen, it's people on YouTube that, you know, can hide their personality, this and that. Vitaly is not one of them. You see him doing all this crazy stuff, that's how he is. You can look at him and tell that's how he is. Worse, off camera. You feel me? I'm just to put that out there.
I was uncomfortable around you, and this was my first ever experience being around you where you were like that. Because every time I hung out with you prior, no alcohol was involved, no drugs were involved, everything was clean. You always talk about how, and I love how you mentioned this in your video, that I was scared and I stayed in the hotel room or our apartment while you went out and partied with girls. You make it sound like you lived this lavish lifestyle, that you went out and you actually pulled girls. Bruh, that's not what happened, Vitaly. Here's what happened. At that time, as you're doing now on your channel, you were recording for Vitaly Uncensored. You said you were gonna release XXX footage that people had to pay for and it was gonna be never seen before, so you were excited for it. That's an important part of the story. Our first night in Brazil rolls around. Our first night. And you know what? You did say you were going out and I called it early. I went into my room to edit my vlog and be responsible and FaceTime the girl who I was speaking to at the time. I was in a committed relationship at that time and it was a long distance. So I was talking to her while in my hotel room. I'll never, ever, ever forget what happened next. And before I say this, I want to say I'm just as big and a part of the problem here. I am an enabler in this situation. I let this happen for so long. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, why didn't you come forward with this? Why didn't you do anything? I already know I'm in the wrong, but I'm going to try to explain. Now, if this was a girl that lived in the States who I knew didn't want to speak up, I would have been there for her. I would have talked to her. I would have tried to help her. I would have gone to the authorities. But here's why I couldn't do that. We were in Brazil on our first night. I'm editing. I'm talking to the girl. All of a sudden, at the door, in the middle of the night, bang, bang, bang.
Now, I want to take note right now, guys, when you're in Brazil, Brazil is a totally different place than America, UK, whatever. Whoever's watching, y'all understand what I'm talking about. Brazil, it's a lot of wild shit that goes on. Honestly, I've never been there, but I know. You know, I know. Trust me, I know. Mexico, the same way. Whatever, wherever you are, honestly. Y'all gonna have this type of stuff. My guess is Vitaly had some type of girl at the club, or maybe he called some girl up, you know, prostitute or whatever, takes her back to the room, and so on. Now, I don't know what happened, but we're going to find out. FouseyTube's going to tell us, so let's get right into it.
Bang! I remember this vividly. I go, I open the door. You are blacked out drunk, don't even know where you are. You walk past me and you're grabbing a prostitute's hand on her wrist and you're laughing and you take her into the room. You lock the door and I went into my room and let you do your business. That's funny because you tried to expose me about whatever you were saying on Twitter, yet you brought a prostitute home your first day. And what happened next, I have never ever forgotten. And I've told many friends and people I've gotten close to because it actually affected me as a person.
This nigga brought a prostitute the first day? The first day you out of the country. Now, I'm not saying I would do any of this stuff. I'm saying the griminess is unreal with this man. Vitaly, what the hell are you doing? You trying to hit a prostitute? Now, when I say hit, when I say hit, you see where I'm from, hit means you trying to basically, you know, get jiggy with it. He trying to hit a prostitute already? He just landed in Brazil. Let me know what y'all think, man.
Call me a bitch, call me a pussy, because you said a lot of that during this incident, but here's what happened. Under 10 minutes of her being in your room, all of a sudden at my door, knocking, screaming, crying. I opened the door. This poor woman...
I was about to say, damn, the police showed up already?
barges into my room holding her close, covering herself, and trying to speak to me in English saying, he's hurting me, holding her wrist where there were marks from how tight you were holding her. Next thing I know, Vitaly, butt ass naked with a condom hanging off of himself, turns the corner.
I'm done. You got to be kidding me, Vitaly. This man has no pics. Now, by pics, I mean, see, this is another term that I'm about to teach y'all. Where I'm from, pics means he don't care, basically. He's a... You can't even call him a savage, because that's not even cool.
Comes to me, spit flying out of his mouth, saying, this bitch won't let me put it in her ass. She's a bitch. She's a whore. Give me my money back. This bitch won't let me her. You screamed that in my face. I was shaking. I turn around, she's crying, saying, help me, help me. As I turn around to you, you're recording it for your uncensored Vitaly, and you're screaming, ha ha ha, this bitch won't let me or saying foul thing. I go up to you to try to calm you down. You pushed me onto the bed. You pushed me onto the bed, and I flew onto the bed and just sat there and did.
Wow. All right. So I already know what type of dude Vitaly is. As you can see, fouseytube is telling us the whole story. Now, would you call this snitching, or would you call this just telling the whole story? I don't know. Now, I probably wouldn't get on camera saying all this stuff, you know, because I just wouldn't do that. That's just not me. I understand why he's doing it, sort of. But me personally, I wouldn't be, you know, telling all stories on the internet. I just wouldn't. That's just not me. But I understand. He's telling us a story. Now, you take shots at somebody, just be prepared to get the shots taken back. Now, I don't know what's going on with their whole story. What's going on? Somebody please let me know. I need to know, because this is very confusing.
Disbelief as to what was going on. I stood up, I went, I shut the door out on you, and I tried to calm her down. She wanted to go tell whoever was protecting her outside where we were. I calmed her down, and I did the only thing I could at that time. You paid her 300 and whatever the increments were in Brazil. I didn't know that it was different, so I went to my desk, pulled out $300 US and gave it to her and said, I am so sorry. I apologize.
Now, I want to take note. This man just paid that prostitute, whatever, the lady, the girl, I don't know what you want to call her, whatever you want to call her. He just paid her $300 US. Now, in Brazil, their currency is very different compared to United States currency, dollars. I think he just paid her a lot of money, honestly, compared to what we get in America. I just want to put that out there just so he knows. You just probably most likely paid her $3,000.
She gave me a hug that I have never felt before. She gave me a hug out of fear, saying thank you, because she felt like I was protecting her from a monster. What do you do in that situation as I'm walking her out of the room, making sure you don't get to her while you're still naked with a condom hanging off? You look at me and you say, you're a bitch, you're a pussy, you must be gay, and that's why you don't like girls. You violated me in front of nobody but ourselves, and that's how you know it's low. I walk her outside, she gives me a hug again, she leaves. Now Vitaly, I'm gonna tell you something I've never told you ever in my life. You go into your room later on after I went in there and you continue to cuss me out, saying I'm this and I'm that. I allowed you to say it. But the one thing you did was leave your camera on the table. I knew you were blacked out. I knew you were all over the place. I knew you weren't gonna remember this. So to protect you for whatever reason, knowing you were about to sabotage your whole life and your whole career by thinking what you were doing was gonna get you credibility from males thinking you were tough, I went on your camera and I deleted that footage. And you—
Wow. As you could just hear what he said, he deleted the footage. Wow, I don't know what else to say. Honestly, FouseyTube was looking out for him in some way. He knew he was drunk, like he said again. He knew he was blackout. What do y'all think, honestly? Would y'all do that if your friend was, you know, in this situation and he was blacked out drunk? And would you delete the memory card to save his whatever, to save his career? Because iCloud is out. Listen, we got hella celebrities. Offset making sex tapes with other females out here, cheating on Cardi B. iCloud storage is up here. Hackers getting their iCloud, putting it on the internet, leaking the shit. Would y'all do what FouseyTube just did? Let me know.
You never, ever, ever knew. The next day, and I have the clip in my vlog, I talk about it, and this is what I say.
What up, everybody, and welcome to day number 2 in Brazil. I'm currently here with... We just made up because last night he did some crazy stuff, but he apologized to me.
You know, I thought...
Wow, he did it twice. He did it twice. As you can see, he did it twice. The first time they came in, and the second. What's going on?
The room was right behind mine. You were sleeping with one of the girls doing what you do, and there was one of your guy friends translating, and you asked him, make sure she likes it. Ask her if she likes it. Is she liking this? It was sickening. You guys went crazy for hours. And then there was my favorite part. You paid all the girls money to take an Instagram picture with you because you wanted everybody to think that you're this player who pulls. Little did they know that in this picture, it was prostitutes who you paid to be in the picture with you. And in case you need a reminder, here's the picture directly from your Instagram on the exact date of the story I'm talking about, dog. You took that picture.
What is going on, bruh? This man is taking L's. He put a picture on Instagram of thoughts. Paid the thoughts to take the picture with him. I don't know what's going on, man. Supposedly it was an orgy or some sort. FouseyTube just said it was an orgy with him, with not FouseyTube, but Vitaly and his friends. And they was taking turns on prostitutes. I don't know what the hell, man.
Posted it thinking you were hot shit. And I forgot to mention, during this whole time of the orgy, you guys are banging my door telling me, come join, you're missing out, come join. No, I'm not like that. I don't want to do that. No. And I didn't say a word. I pretended like I wasn't there. I didn't even say anything because yes, I was scared. Yes, I was uncomfortable. So I just sat there. And then, to top it all off, you misplaced your Rolex at the time and you thought it was one of the girls. So
he thought it was one of the thotties. That's crazy. Now listen, me in this situation, if I was in FouseyTube's situation, I would probably be doing the same thing, honestly. Brazil thoughts, bro. Now there's one thing about people overseas. They don't care. You got unprotected sex is not a thing over there, you know? That's nasty. I want to put it that way. Vitaly, you probably do have some sort of disease, my guy. Now, you are not my guy in any way. I'm just saying my guy, as in you're a guy. That is disgusting. I just want to say that, man. You disgusting.
Off, I knew that if I got on that plane and went home, you were gonna tell everybody that I left you alone and I wasn't gonna have the guts to say everything that you did and my career would be over. So I made the stupidest and the hardest decision I ever made in my life. I went back to the hotel room, our apartment. And against all my self-esteem and my confidence for myself, I went back into the room with you. I put myself back in that toxic situation and I told myself I'm just gonna make it to the end of the World Cup.
What's up, malacas malísimos? It's day 3 and day 4 in Rio. I don't even know what day of the week was it. I have maybe right now about 100 clips. I don't know none of them because most of the time I was wasted in them. But the rest of the trip I'm gonna take it easy. Why are you smiling? Take it easy.
He says that every night.
I'm gonna take it easy because I want.
Show them the damages.
The what damages? No, it's disgusting, dude. There's a lot of damages in this apartment. And with the damage to girls.
I stayed quiet. I did what I needed to do.
And the fact is that he's basically snitching on himself.
I said what I needed to say. I didn't cause any problems. And until it was done, and I even recorded you running across the pitch at the World Cup, I stayed quiet and I went home. When I got home, I remember, was asking you for my money back. I wanted the $300 US that I paid for her. Not because it was $300 US, but because it was the principle of me getting you out of that situation. And it was a hassle to get from you. And I'm pretty sure I still have the PayPal transaction of you sending me that. And to top it all off, after you had ruined my life back then, and this is before I went to rehab, and this is before I lost my weight, and this is before I knew who I was as a person, I remember I was working out in my gym, and you called me again, and we hadn't spoken since Brazil after you paid me, and you said, hey, I noticed my name is in all of the titles in your videos, and when people search my name, they find your videos. Can you take my name out of all your titles? We're friends and everything, but I just want my videos to come up. You were so scared of somebody else getting relevancy at the time, and that's why in turn, you lost all your relevancy and all your views.
Wow.
End. That's why it's important to speak up, and that's why it's important to stand up against this injustice and people like Vitaly.
Wow. Okay, man, shots fired everywhere. Listen, we got a murder on Chi-Town, Chirac, whatever. Listen, what is the response of Vitaly right now? I don't know. Honestly, I am shocked. I'm sure you guys are shocked too. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, of course. I gotta go. That's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Whose side are you on? Honestly, let me know in the comments. Vitaly or fouseytube? I'm out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all next one.